What's up, everyone? Welcome to a very exciting episode of Beyond the Bell. To- What's up, guys? Welcome to Beyond the Bell. Today, I have a very exciting guest for you guys. I want to introduce you guys to an awesome wrestler from the independent scene, someone I have been watching very closely as of recent times. This is Xavier the Bomb Gotti.
Yes, sir.
So, how did you get into this? What really got you into wrestling? I guess actually before that, where are you from? What was it kind of like growing up?
So
I guess let's
I'm
start there.
from El Paso. Well, I was born in El Paso, but I lived all around Texas because I was a military brat. So I lived majority of my life in San Antonio. So when people ask me where I'm from, I'm San Antonio, but I was born in El Paso. And what got me into wrestling? So I've been a fan since I was 4 years old. And I always just been watching it. And then by the time I turned 17, I stopped watching because of Undertaker losing the streak. Then I got in some trouble for that past like 6 years, not watching it, not focusing on it. And then by the time I turned like 23, I saw there was a wrestling school, and then I signed up immediately. And here I am.
I like that, man. Like, you liked it, you kind of fell off from it, got into trouble, went right back to what you love.
Yeah, I got in a whole
That's
lot of
it.
trouble. Wrestling literally saved my life. If I would have been a wrestler, I probably would have been dead or something.
Yeah, I
Serious.
understand how you feel, man. That's what music and podcasting did for me, man.
That's good.
So, you do a lot of things, I guess. What promotions have you worked with so far?
I worked over like 100 different independent promotions, but I mean, if I had to give I say my top five favorite, I'll say King of Sports, MPX, ACW. I gotta put them over. Let me see if I had like a top five. I mean, I started at Dog Pound, so I'm gonna have to throw Dog Pound in the mix. That's where I came up off of. And if I had to say the biggest promotion, I say JCW. I got to face the Southern Six. So yeah, that'd be my
Yeah,
top five.
you were at JCW, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are talked
No.
about. They're like, "You did what? You were where?" Yeah, I perform at JCW.
I talked to so many people from like your area on here, and they mentioned JCW as one of their ones that they got to get to.
Yeah,
So that's awesome that you
everybody
got
wants
it.
to get there. I
So
remember
how
my
long
first
have
two
you
weeks.
been doing this?
So
Sorry, you were saying you go off.
I said my first 2 weeks in Dog Pound, I got a match in JCW against Southern Six. That was like a blessing.
Like your first 2 weeks in there.
hmm
That's
Well,
crazy.
yeah,
So how long have you been wrestling?
5 years.
Only 5 years. So still fairly new into this. And
Oh
you
yeah, I'm
obviously you
still.
got a lot of life left in you to keep going here.
Oh yeah, yeah. I still got a whole lot of life in me, and I'm still learning the business. I'm
Oh
still
yeah,
new.
absolutely. I know the feeling. I've been in my industry the same amount of time, and I mean, we've probably both barely gotten through the tip of the iceberg.
Oh yeah, I'm barely just starting.
So let's talk about championships because I've noticed at least with one of the newer matches I saw from this year, you were walking out with not only your own belts, but it looked like you were a tag team champion.
I got 5 titles currently.
That you do.
5. I won one just last night in Arkansas.
See, I was on. So you want to tell people what titles you hold currently?
You want me to actually show you?
You can show me. Yeah, if you got
All
them
right,
there.
here. Yeah, yeah. Here, let me go get it. Stay put for like a minute.
Hope you guys are excited as I am to see these belts here on camera.
I'm back. Them belts tag team.
Had to move a lot of weight from one room to another real quick, huh?
Yes. So I'm gonna start with the belt I won. My 5 reigning belts so far. The Grapplers King of Sports Grapplers champion. I won this in Emory, Texas against Nate Collins. And
And what
then
was that like?
oh man, it was a life changer. Ever since he put me over, my life's been changing, man. Like I just been going all over social media, like going viral. Like everybody's just sharing my stuff. Everybody's like giving me my appreciation. So I can say Nate Collins really put a man on the map. Thank you, Concrete Nate Collins.
Yeah, I mean,
And
yeah, I heard the name a few times when
oh
talking with
yeah,
people off camera, and like they were like, "You have to interview Xavier."
who said that?
I've heard it from like I think CJ told me I should interview you,
CJ who?
Renegade.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I
I
remember.
think
Yeah.
Joe. I think Joe mentioned you as well,
Joe who?
Joe Payne.
Oh yeah, that
My
hardcore
first
guy. Yeah,
interview
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
But this is my other title, my ACW Tag Team Champion.
What was that? Tag team?
Yeah, ACW Tag Team Champion.
And who are you holding that with? As if I don't
Uh,
already know.
me, you, Marcelo, my cousin,
Yeah,
Marcelo
that's
Jackson.
how I
Yeah.
can't remember. He walked you out to one match, and the main thing I remember that match, you flipped into the other guy, and then there was like some big brawl with the La Familia and grabbing Marcelo.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Well, Chris Carter, right? If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah, it was Chris Carter, I think. Or it was either him or the other guy that was also messing with those guys. I can't remember which one though.
because I did it in a match with Alex Bullsdale too, but it probably was the
Yeah,
Chris Carter one.
I think it was the Chris Carter one because I don't think the Alex one had all that going on.
It did. It did.
Oh, it did. So it was the Alex one then, probably that I saw.
They actually both had it. It was kind of like the match was kind of the same with Bullsdale and Carter.
Oh, they was just kind of copy paste matches that they had you
Yeah,
do.
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
And how do you feel about that? Kind of like doing two carbon copy matches, I guess.
I mean, the crowd. I mean, of course we made it different, but like the finish was kind of set the same. All that, like it just was. There's a lot of stuff that was the same. If you watch it, you see a slight bit difference, but like the finish and all that was the same.
Yeah, I mean that would explain why I'm mixing the two up, and I can't tell like which one's which towards the end there when I'm mentioning that. I couldn't remember if it
Yeah.
was one or both even.
Oh, and this is my Georgia State champion.
You're the Georgia State Professional Wrestling Champion.
I have 3 titles in 3 different states, but 5 titles total.
That
This is
is
my fourth ACW heavyweight champion. I won it last week,
just won that
and
one last week. I love it.
yeah, and I won this last night. The Texarkana champion. Hype
The
and Glory.
Texas Champion.
Yeah, Hype and Glory Twin City Tag Team Champions.
That's awesome, man. I mean, 5 belts. You are the most decorated wrestler we have had on this podcast so far.
That's interesting.
So,
That makes me feel great.
you were saying? Sorry.
I was saying that's interesting. That makes me feel great.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting to see them all on camera either. Like, this is the first time anyone's ever actually showed their belts on the
Mm.
podcast.
And I know that. Well, I'm glad I could be the first one.
So, I'm trying to think. Is there anyone that you fought that like or wrestled that you've wanted to face since you started? Like just that like person you wanted to wrestle and you got
Like
to
a dream
face them.
match.
Yeah, even if it's just an independent guy or anything local,
Human tornado, human tornado, man. Someone
Oh
needs to make
man,
that happen.
someone needs to make that one happen.
I've been a fan of Dude since I was a 9-year-old little boy. He was the first independent wrestler I wanted. That was my favorite. And then as being a grown adult, I saw him again. I was like, what? He's still out there? So yeah,
I
I,
might
I
have to
gotta
see if I
face
can
him.
get in contact with him and hook him up with you somehow. See if we can make something happen for you guys.
No, honestly, like man, I don't know how much his fee is, but I will put in. Like man, Human Tornado has to win a match against Xavier Gotti. I can't go over the man. Like I got so much respect for him, like so much.
Yeah, like you don't want to beat him, but you want to be able to say, "I was in the ring. I took these moves,
Yeah,
and the tornado kicked my ass in the wrestling match."
and I like to say Human Tornado, Penn Xavier Gotti. He's probably like a lot lighter than me too, because he's really skinny, but I don't give a fuck. I'll sell to that pimp slap, all that.
Yeah. So I mean, you're obviously a bigger guy. I'm pretty sure over 6 foot if I remember correctly, and you're a
Yeah, I'm six
heavyweight.
foot.
Is it harder to do flips and things then, being 6 foot tall and a heavyweight?
Well, I'm 180.
Yeah, no, I mean even like really? I
Because
guess
I used to be
heavyweight's
a lot.
different in wrestling, huh?
Yeah, I used to be a lot heavier. That's why I was like struggling. But now I'm 180, so it's nothing.
Yeah, because I noticed some older matches it looked like your flips weren't getting as high up and things like now I'm like, wow, this guy like I saw the newer matches and like I can see how much like better you're doing. You can like see the improvement and advancement over the time with the first ones posted to the newest ones, and
Oh
I can
yeah,
tell you're gonna go somewhere.
I really appreciate it, man. I've been trying so hard. I'm just praying that God
I mean,
answers my prayers.
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of like, taller guys, especially in the independents, aren't out there doing what you do, the flips and especially the running and flipping into the corner without any like extra off the ground before doing it much.
You know how many
Things like
times
that.
that I have not been caught?
Huh?
You look at some of my videos, you're gonna just see me eat the floor because they're like, "I'll catch you," and then you just see me hit the floor.
I'm guessing you're thinking about the one where your face hit direct flat.
Oh, that happened one time. I forgot about
I
that, but
saw that
no, I
one. You
wasn't
got
talking about that
flat
time. That
faced.
happened one time.
Yeah, I saw you get flat faced, man. I was
Oh, you
like,
saw
damn.
that?
Yeah.
That was a
Fuck.
bad day.
It looked bad, and then like you realize it's not so bad when like you kind of like turn over, but you're like, okay, he's not completely destroyed.
Yeah, I got up, continued the match, and won a battle royal right after.
Yeah, and that's awesome.
Yeah, that was a
So
bad moment. Like, I thought I broke my nose. My mom almost cried. Like it was just like,
I thought
man,
you broke your nose, man. Like I mean,
so
I
there was
thought
a
you broke
mat
your
underneath
nose.
there too. I missed the mat like by this much. I just remember hitting concrete straight nose first, and then my eyes popped up. I'm like, oh my god, I ain't getting knocked out. I was just like shocked. More of that happened.
Well, I mean, after
And
taking, I guess, so many hits that are so hard, it probably takes a bit more to knock you out now.
uh, I mean, I know I can get knocked out, but I mean, yeah, I'm a strong guy. Yeah, I can say that. Yeah, I'm a strong guy.
Yeah. So, I've noticed a couple nicknames showing up on posters there. We have Lockjaw and the Bomb. You want to give me the origin behind those?
Lockjaw, like that was so that was like I was portraying like a dog, like like trying to bring the pit in me because I was training at dog pound, but then I eventually, I mean, I got over with the character. Don't get me wrong, but it just wasn't me. And then
Yeah.
when I became the bomb, that's when I really found myself. And then when I joined Most Wanted, that's when I kind of changed my character a little more. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so how did you like decide on like because you obviously your outfit and everything you wear to the ring is custom. How did you decide on what to do there?
So my gear, you know Shawn Michaels, right? Back in the 90s, he had them
Oh yeah,
hearts.
man, I grew up on
That's what I
wrestling.
put the
I've watched
bombs
so
there.
many old tapes. I love that guy, Shawn Michaels, man, best.
Yeah. So yeah, I just did bombs, except I have leather and I have a belt loop. That's just the difference between me and Sean.
Is that you have a belt and you have the bombs, basically?
Yeah, like a belt for my pants. Yeah.
And like, I mean, I guess that makes a lot of sense when you say it. I see it. I kind of like see like your inspiration with your outfit there, a bit. But I really didn't before. I was kind of like, where did this guy get this?
Yeah, and then I did the pink because of Bret Hart, because I'm a Bret Hart fan too.
Oh yeah, Bret Hart. I mean, gotta love Hart.
Bro, I love how he talks shit to this day, bro, because he's not gonna be alive forever, and you're just gonna everybody's gonna miss him talking shit. He's talking shit
Oh
about
yeah,
everything. I love it all, man. Whatever Bret Hart says, man, he's right.
yeah.
Even if I
He
don't
is to
agree with them,
wrestling what
I'm gonna
50
still
Cent
agree
is
with
to
them.
rap.
Like, bro, he's the
If you get
GOAT.
what I mean. Like, yeah, he is to wrestling what 50 Cent is to rap. He's just out there trolling people for fun these days. He said, "I'm old."
Yeah.
He said, "I'm old. I have nothing better to do. Where's my computer?"
Yeah, no, for real. Because he gets paid. Each time he talks shit, he gets paid.
Yeah, you get paid to talk shit when you have that many followers.
I mean, there was a post that said, Bret Hart said, if you independent wrestlers were just like him, you'd be better. I'm like, he's right. I shared it and everything. Everybody was disagreeing, but I got to agree with Bret Hart. I love Bret Hart. I just do.
Oh, yeah. So, what's your biggest match that you've had?
Like all together or like a recent one?
I mean, over time, altogether, like, what's your like the one that you feel like you had the most impact on you or your career or your style or like your biggest one?
Let me see. It's actually a good one. Well, yeah, I probably have to say Ricky Reyes. Yeah, Ricky Reyes, because he was the first big name. He allowed me to put over that. He allowed me to be or go over him. So yeah, I remember because he was like really the first outsider guy I worked, and then when I found out who he was, I kind of was nervous. I was like, I don't want to fuck up because I was like, if I fuck up against a guy like that, I'm out. But he kept that match so simple with me. I got so over with the crowd. It's on YouTube with me and Ricky Reyes. But yeah, I had to say Ricky Reyes. Shout out to Ricky Reyes.
Yeah, I've seen that match. I mean, the crowd loved you, man. I mean, to this day, I mean, they say the bomb, they don't even get your name out, and the crowd pops.
I know sometimes they bring it out to be like the bomb Gotti. I'm like, it's the bomb Xavier Gotti.
But sometimes they don't even get to your name before the crowd goes crazy because they heard the bomb and they know who's about to walk out of that curtain.
They call him the bomb. Yeah, yo, yo.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the freaking, I'm trying to think, there's like Alex Bolsdale. That match, especially when the bomb was said, you could hear that bit of the crowd pop like immediately, that instant.
Oh yeah. At high tones, oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that day I was called the bomb Xavier Gotti. I was called the bomb Gotti, yep.
I believe you were, yeah. I mean, they'll get it right. I mean, I already messed it up by putting the bomb after Xavier.
Wait, did you? I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I introduced you as Xavier the Bomb Gotti.
Oh man, yeah, everybody always Xavier the bomb Gotti, but they call him the bomb Xavier Gotti. Cause I used to call myself Xavier Lockjaw Gotti, not Lockjaw Xavier Gotti.
So it's kind of like that switch from like having it in the middle to like they call me this, I am this.
Yes, I just had a whole new character change.
I like that. I really do. So, what's your big goal with wrestling? Like your end goal? I mean, everyone always talks WWE and this and that, but I know there's different goals other people have. I want to hear what your goal is here.
Honestly, just get a contract. I don't want to say a specific company because I'm open arms. Like whoever's willing to help me get a job, help me pay my bills, I'll work. I work MLW, AEW, NWA, TNA, WWE, all that.
ROH, all of it, huh?
Yeah, all of it.
And heck, with you being close to Mexico, maybe some of them should start reaching out to you.
I know Triple A. That's what I'm saying, man. Like I wish. I wish.
Heck, what wasn't it just a year and a half ago they signed Jay Bishop out of your area, didn't they?
Yeah, about yeah.
Yeah, it's been about a year and a half now. Now he's there, so I mean, they're scouting at least.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, everywhere's scouting. Everywhere's scouting. It's just, I'm
Oh,
just waiting
South
for that
Dakota.
one phone call, that one email. They got my contacts. That's all I can say. Everybody be watching me, but it's just just waiting on that one phone call, and I'm gone.
You're like me. You sent out your trials. You sent out your info. Now you just got to wait for that call back, huh?
Yep. And I'm just being patient, just going hard at independence. And meanwhile, to show what I could do in an independence, so I could bring to the table wherever I'm at.
Exactly. And like, I mean, that's a lot of like the same thing. Again, like, where wrestling and music and all entertainment really collides. Like when you're starting on the independent, small, you got to show what you can bring to the table. But you also got to make sure to send your contacts out and send in what you can do to these people so that they know you exist.
Facts. Yeah, this is all
So,
true.
yeah. So I guess, trying to think. Who's like, I guess, your biggest opponent? I don't mean like person wise at this time.
Oh, you mean like size?
Like, who's the biggest guy you've had to face?
That's actually a good question. Probably Jace. Jace.
Huh?
Jace will say.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, he's
Pretty
like
big guy.
6'4". Yeah, like three something. Like when he had me in the corner, when he would like splash me, it would hurt because he's a big guy. Like when he would like pick me up, slam me, it just felt like falling off the ladder. Because I'm not used to getting in the ring with big guys like that. But yeah, if I had to say, yeah, Jace is probably the toughest son of a gun too. At that.
Oh, I can imagine them big guys got to be tough as nails.
Oh yeah.
So, have you ever been hurt in action? Doing
Many
this?
times, many times. When I
Any
did
like
that dive,
any serious injuries? I mean,
I mean, not to the point where I can't. Well, I mean, the training I got head butted and then I started leaking the back of my head and I couldn't do the match the next day.
oh
That was like the
wow.
only one. But I mean, I healed a few days after. It wasn't like for me to put me out months or years, not like that.
No, you've never had nothing big like that, and that's awesome. That's great to hear, especially with like a lot of like the way the independents have been and things. Like, I'm glad to know that like people are still well trained and no one's really getting hurt as much.
Yeah, everybody's
Have
learning
you
to be
ever?
more safe with each other.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
tripping careless.
I mean, like, that's a lot of like, you got to know what's going on there. And I mean, heck, recently we had an injury out of your area, in a match. And like, that's the first one I've heard about since I started looking into it about 8 months ago.
Oh no, there's a lot of people that get injured. A lot of people that get injured. It's very common.
I mean, I guess when it comes to like getting taken out for busted bones and things, I've only seen a couple. And the first serious one was just a couple weeks ago that I found.
Mm.
But, so one of my favorite questions to ask, I don't know why it is, but well, I do know why it is, but I'm gonna ask you, what is your opinion on them allowing marijuana in the wrestling industry within the illegal states as well?
I see no problem. I say everybody deserves to do it. Smoke weed because they're in pain. We're wrestlers. I'm
Yeah.
not against marijuana.
Yeah, I'll
Not
always like to ask that just because, like, I don't know. It's a great question to ask because now the landscape is changing to where most states are allowing it within professional wrestling, even though it's somewhat illegal. They're not really testing much in some states anymore. It's kind of crazy,
yeah.
but I like it because, I mean, it might be able to make people able to do more with less
Facts.
pain. So have you ever
Well,
had anyone shoot on you? Not like, do a shoot during a match or anything, go off
have I
script,
ever had? Have I ever anybody do what?
do a shoot on you during a
Fuck no.
match?
Fuck no. Maybe a
Fuck
chop.
no.
Maybe like
But
a
they've never like
vicious
actually,
chop.
but they've never actually tried to hurt you or nothing really.
I mean,
That's
no, because I'm a kickboxer myself, so it'd be at that point where
oh,
I would knock the person out. So I never really had to worry about that. Only only shooting injuries I really caught was chops and chair shots. Like that's like the only thing. But other than that, I never been like punched in the mouth or anything like that. You know, where people are like, no, God no. But I mean, I wouldn't doubt it if it happens now, because I mean, I do come across people I dislike that dislike me, but I never been in that situation.
you've never been in that situation before. You know, and that's good. I mean, I hear a lot of people like, this happens or that happens.
Yeah, I hear about a
Like,
lot of stories about people getting beat up. I witnessed it too. I witnessed when people getting beat the fuck up. I'm like, bro, you better go to your car and shoot this man. I'm just joking, but yeah, like I seen
my
people get
friend
messed
literally,
up bad.
my friend witnessed the worst one this year. He was actually at the Psycho Stew match when it happened. He was middle of the crowd.
Oh,
Yeah,
bro, I witnessed someone getting their face stomped into light tubes,
that's terrifying.
getting pile drive through a mirror, just
See, this is why I
because
can't do
the
that
kid
stuff,
want to
man.
play. Yeah, no, just because the kid want to play both sides. But like me myself, I wouldn't do it to someone because I'm a professional. I'm supposed to protect someone. But when I see someone else do it, I'm like, damn, man.
And it's also crazy that, like, sometimes people agree to do that stuff, like get curb stomped and stuff. I'm like, I could not
Yeah,
ever
fuck
agree to
that.
that.
Hey, let me get my phone. Let me get my charger before my phone dies. Fuck, good as no.
So, who are your like top four wrestlers, any promotion, any level, all time, your top four?
My like top favorite.
Like your Mount Rushmore of wrestling at any level.
Boy, I love to answer that. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, let me look at my charger. So number one, Shawn Michaels. Those are butts.
Oh, 100%.
Second, yeah, Undertaker. I grew up with Undertaker. And if I had to say third thing, and fourth, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Who was your third one? It cut a
Sting.
little bit. Did you say Fiend or Sting?
Sting.
Okay. I was like, either one's a great option, but they sound kind of similar. There.
Damn, I'm gonna-
You know,
So my phone is on 7%, and I can't find my charger.
we can absolutely end now if you'd like. Is there anything you want to tell everyone before you go?
I mean,
You want to,
I could talk for maybe a good 5 more minutes before it shuts off, but I mean, yeah, like a good 5 more minutes, it should be good.
all right.
Yeah,
Oh,
anything you
me,
want
I
to
mean,
ask me before I get off?
um, so is wrestling like your main venture, or do you do anything else? I've noticed some of the people in your area, like Demarcus Rashad, do music and music promotion as well. Are you in any other industries?
Just kickboxing and wrestling. That's it.
And
I'm
what's the
not no.
kickboxing like then? I guess. Do you have any fights there? Have you done anything with that?
So I just started training like last year in September, and then I just been like so focused on it. I should have a debut coming up this year. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully this year. Hopefully it might be the beginning next year. I don't know, but I keep getting told other things to do. Something's gonna happen, and then change of plans always happens. So, but yeah, I should be debuting in boxing sometime soon. Or I might do MMA. I don't know. It just depends.
I mean, I know MMA's got like a lot more going on and things, at least in our little Midwest strip that we have, from where
Yeah.
I'm at to where you're at.
Because
But yeah, I mean,
here everybody loves boxing, MMA, all that. They love it more than wrestling.
oh yeah, that's the same way up here. And like, I mean,
And like, I get more attention from boxing than wrestling. And all I do is just go practice. But there's just people that like that more than wrestling, and it is what it is.
yeah, there's a much bigger crowd for boxing. than,
Well,
I
that's
mean,
good.
honestly, than there ever was before.
You said what?
But there's a much larger crowd for boxing than there ever was before. At least when I was
Oh
growing up,
yeah,
it felt like boxing and UFC, even back in like 2010 when I was like 8 years old, was still kind of pushed down a lot, you know?
yeah. Now, yeah, nowadays, because it's real shit, you know. So people want to
Yeah,
see that.
nowadays it's everywhere. Like Netflix is in it now, and I mean Hulu's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere wants it.
Facts.
So upcoming shows, what do we got coming up for Xavier Gotti?
I'm gonna be in King of Sports next week, and I think a week after that, I'm gonna hit Dragon Slayer in an ACW.
So you got next week or there, you said King of Sports, and after that, Dragon Slayer and ACW the next week.
Yeah, I gotta look at my
Very
schedule. I might get it wrong, but yeah, I'm gonna make my debut at Dragon Slayer soon.
that is awesome, and I hope that that goes well, and I hope that they know that you deserve to get put over there because, I mean,
Yeah,
you've proven it. You're walking around with 5 belts from 3 states, showing everybody exactly what it means to be a professional wrestler. You carry yourself like a champion as well.
appreciate it.
So, do you have any advice for everyone or anything before I let you go here?
Yeah, man, there's a lot I could say as advice.
Or anything
Like
you want to
I
tell them?
said, be patient. Your time will come. That's why I could really say the most positive shit at the moment.
Yeah, just, I mean, yeah. You were saying? Sorry, you cut a bit if you were still talking.
Oh no, all I said was just be patient and the time will come. That's the only positive moment I got to say at the moment.
Yeah, and I mean, you're absolutely right. Be patient and the time will come. Also, like to add, y'all try to stay positive because your career does not advance through negativity.
Not at all.
And never be
I mean,
afraid to make goals.
I get into some trouble myself, but I'm learning to better myself and be more professional about it as the time passes.
And that's how it goes. That's what you got to do. You got to learn as things go. But I'm very glad I got to have you on here. I'm happy I got to interview you. I really hope we can do this again sometime. Once you're a big name and you're way up there, don't forget about old Boo Boo down here at the bottom.
No, definitely never. When does this video gonna be uploaded?
Should be honestly, it's probably gonna be a couple months out. I have so many scheduled right now to go up and
Okay,
go
no,
up and go
that
up.
makes sense.
But the day
That's
it drops,
understandable.
well, actually, the day before, you'll have the premiere link. So that way,
All right,
even a few days before, so you can share it out and everything.
that sounds good.
But yeah, I'm gonna let you go, and again glad that I could get to interview you, and
Thank you.
I really hope that we can do this again. And keep me updated on your career, please.
I definitely will. I'll remember the name. But your name is Xavier, right? If I'm not mistaken, we got the same
Yes,
name.
my real name is Xavier. Yes.
Cause that's how I found you. I was like, Xavier. That's how I remembered you. Get the same name going on.
Yeah, you're like the sixth Xavier I've met in my life.
Yeah, there's a lot of Xaviers come think about it.
Oh yeah, especially from like our like little like 20 to like 30 age group.
Facts.
But I'm gonna let you go. Have a great day, man. I'm so glad that I could get you on here.
All right, you have a good one, man.
You as well.
Bye.